Hello, people. This is your boy once again, Political Hamzy. If you do like this content, please click the like button, the subscription button, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell. Today, we're going to be talking about the killings, kidnapping, banditry, and terrorism that's been happening in Nigeria. For those of you that have been following what's been happening in Nigeria, we've seen in last December we had the terrorist. These people say it's bandits, but I say it's terrorists. We had the terrorist attacks in Plateau State that went into a village and massacred the indigents of the village. We also had this year in January the kidnappings in Abuja, and also this year we've also had the kidnappings of some school students in Ekiti State. And you wonder, why do these things keep happening? Is it because we don't have the capacity, the manpower, the software, the hardware, or the money or resources to deal with this? We do have it, but there are two things we lack: the political will, and also, not two things we lack. We lack the political will, but also corruption is a hindrance. Take, for example, when they had IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. It never took time. They crushed that movement. Do you know why that movement was crushed immediately? Because financially and politically, our politicians had nothing to gain from the IPOB movement. But you saw when we had the Niger Delta militancy, it wasn't crushed. Why? Because people in power were gaining financially from the Niger Delta militants. You heard the stories of the military, the navy, people making money from oil bunkering. So because they had a lot to gain financially, they let it fester. And that is why we continue having these killings and banditry going on and kidnapping, because you have people gaining from it politically and financially, and unfortunately it's those in power. Plateau State. For years now, this killing has been going on in Plateau State, in Kaduna, and they've not been able to arrest anybody. Not only arrest, you arrest people, you gather intel from them, how they procure these um, arms, and who's sponsoring them. That we don't know, have any information. And because these killings keep happening in the same place, Plateau and Kaduna, you'd expect them to have a rapid response unit that that they have the helicopters, they have vehicles, high powered vehicles that once there's an incident, they have an incident line that these communities can call this incident line, and within 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes, this rapid response unit is at the scene. But no, it never happens. And with all these killings going on, you've not seen our president Bola Ahmed Tinubu on ground. Yes, you have your service chiefs, you have your Senate leader, you have your vice VP, but also it's also good for the president to go on ground, because these people voted for you. Even if they didn't vote for you, you're the leader, you're the president of Nigeria. You're supposed to act as a father figure. But no, it bears no meaning to them. They do not care. Now our president has traveled to France, personal reasons. I hope he's traveling to France. It's not the same kind of reasons that our former president Buhari was always traveling to London for medical treatment. Because right now, we do not need an absent leader. We need a leader that is present. Let's take the kidnappings in Abuja. Abuja is the seat of power. It's meant to be the most secured location in Nigeria. But see what is happening. Breakdown in security. Governor Wike is the FCT minister of the Federal Capital Territory. Instead of him sitting down and focusing on his duties as an FCT minister, ensuring the lives and safety of people of FCT, he's busy playing politics in River State, busy playing Godfather. Why don't you just go back to River State as a Godfather and leave the job for someone that can do it? And there are questions that Nigerians do not ask. During Buhari's tenure, if I'm sure, $460 million was allocated for CCTV round Abuja to, ring fence it for security purposes. Do they have any of those CCTVs in operation in Abuja? They do not. That money has been embezzled. That money has been pocketed by certain individuals in government, but nobody is talking about it. No inquiry about it. But Nigeria is still paying the loan for that money. So we go, take a loan, government officials share it, and we now still pay back. And this is for security. These politicians don't care about us. The only time they will sit up and face these security problems, it will be when one high ranking senator or members of their family are kidnapped. That is why, that is when they will face this situation. They ride around in bulletproof cars, armed convoys. You see what is happening in Abuja, breakdown in security. Governor Wike is more interested in spending, is it 15 billion or 12 billion building a residence for the vice president. That 12 or 15 billion will help the security issue. Security issue is not just providing personnel with training, hardware, software. It's also about education, providing education to the people, basic infrastructure to the people, and providing jobs. If this can be provided, you see certain people will turn away from all this, because now this insurgency, it's a whole new sector. It's a money making venture for people. And it's so sad, because we have politicians there. They're meant to sit down, deliberate, and do something about it. We always hear the service chiefs from Buhari to this time how they have a handle on it. They do not have a grip on anything. Nothing. EFCC the other day said, look, we're looking to freeze an account because we think money used to fund terrorism is going through that account. But nothing has been done. And you look at EFCC and the Nigerian government, if it's a bunch of university students with a laptop, you're going to arrest them, deny them of their basic human rights, and say, look, they're fraudsters. Now you have money being diverted to terrorism. They haven't stooped in, haven't done nothing to show you these people are not concerned about us. We saw the explosion that happened in Ibadan. It wasn't a terrorist attack, but they said it was explosive equipment stored for mining. And you just see Nigeria is an animal farm. First and foremost, those explosives that were kept, did those people have the right licenses for the procurement of explosives? And if they did, what are the laws in place for storage of explosive materials? Right now, nobody is talking about prosecuting the people that stored those explosives. Nothing. Nigeria, as I keep on saying, is an animal farm. Nobody is bothered about lives or security of the people. Look at Plateau and Kaduna. We keep going to these places because of illegal mining, and because maybe a certain tribe or ethnicity want to stamp the authority. People in power do nothing. They allow these killings keep on continuing. How many people need to lose their lives before we get a grip on things? It's not as if the killings in Plateau or Kaduna just occurred yesterday, or it's just something that just happened. These things keep on happening. They keep on happening. You have a front door in your house that has no that the lock is broken. So every time people just open it and come in and take your TV. Every time open it, come and take your TV. And you keep on saying, look, things are missing in my house. But you know what the problem is. What is the problem? All I need to do is change my lock and maybe put a security alarm there, and it will solve the system, the problem. The same thing as the killings in Kaduna and Plateau State. All you need to do, set up a rapid response unit, engage with new technological systems, arrest people, and do the due diligence. We have the DSS. They're busy following our politicians back from behind, protection and all that, instead of being on the ground gathering intelligence. And the funny thing is that all these terrorists, all these bandits, and the people causing chaos in the country, our security agents, they know who they are. But as I said again, because you have people in government involved, or this situation being resolved does not help them financially and politically, so they're okay to sit back and watch Nigerians die. Enough is enough. We have senators, we have House of Rep members. Mr. President, maybe it's high time you go to Plateau. See the suffering of these people, see the killings. You go to Kaduna, see the suffering, see the killings. Go to Borno State, see what Boko Haram has done. But no, you rather sit in Asura, you rather travel around telling us you're seeking foreign investments. Foreign investments for what? If we do not have security, those foreign investments are useless to us. All this infrastructure and all this you guys say you're building, with no security, they're useless. No economic plan you bring in will ever work if there's no security. People, we need to sit up and talk to these politicians. We need to ask them questions. Why are they not doing anything about the security situation? What do they have to gain from Nigerians being killed? You need to ask them that. Once again, this is your boy, Political Hamzy. You have a nice week. Thank you.